What's up, everybody? My name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Friday, June 20th. Now, in today's video, you may have noticed that Doge Bitcoin is down almost close to 5%. Well, that's mainly due to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is actually down quite significantly, and that's due to a major liquidation event that's just happened over the past hour. And what has happened is that it's affected altcoins and meme coins. So we're going to look into Bitcoin dominance, but the most important thing that I want to cover in Doge Bitcoin's video today is that yes, there could be HTX rumors spreading out throughout crypto Twitter, but also we want to see the trading volume on Odin Fund, but also talk about Kraken, because the co-CEO of Kraken has actually shilled Doge to a specific important public figure that I think is to your liking. And why is this really important? Well, let's talk about that and the charting and analysis at the end of the video. Where are we standing with Doge Bitcoin? So smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X, and please be careful with any scammers down in the comments below. I will never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. So guys and girls, let's get right into it. So let's look at Doge Bitcoin's price. As you can see, it is pretty volatile, but it took a sharp dip to the downside. And let's go ahead and compare this to where Bitcoin is at right now. So this is Bitcoin's price, very similar, where the downtrend had a sharp decline, and this is the liquidation event that we saw from roughly $106,000 per Bitcoin to $103. So why did this happen? Well, it's because of this. Over $200 million was liquidated across the entire crypto market. So not just Bitcoin, but altcoins. So if altcoins and Bitcoin get hurt, then you're going to definitely see meme coins get hurt as well. And we're actually seeing Bitcoin dominance return into dominance, meaning there's going to be a delay in altcoin season just based on what we're seeing. Now, just because there's a delay in altcoin season doesn't mean that there are certain gems out there that are going to pump, such as SPX 6900, which went from 600 million to close as around 1.7 billion as its all-time high. I think it's close to around 1.1 to 1.2 has actually taken a major dip as well. So there are gems like that, but also Doge Bitcoin that has a catalyst event that's coming up that we will share with you in this video. So right now we can see that Doge Bitcoin is going back into Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so this is what we're seeing with Bitcoin dominance. It is returning. So where can this go? It could reach around 73%, but we don't exactly know. I think right now Bitcoin dominance is trending because the world is kind of figuring out that Bitcoin is now the new standard gold, the digital gold. So people are going to flock to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if this continues to go up, but there will be certain gems out there that are going to follow right behind, such as Doge Bitcoin. Now, in the coin rankings, right now you can see that all of meme coins are pretty much down because of that major retracement of Bitcoin's price at $106,000 to $103,000. As you see here, it is reflective in the meme coin market cap. We scroll down to see where Doge Bitcoin's ranking is, still at 143. Nothing's really changed here for this. Bread or ApeCoin or Pudgy Penguins, we're still kind of in the same order. So this is actually quite interesting. Modcoin was above us, but now it's below us. But these kind of rotate back and forth just because like the market's just trying to figure itself out. But nonetheless, I want to talk about the things that we need to look forward to. So HTX community featured Doge again in their posts. Again, engagement farming most likely. And then their official account at HTX Global featured Doge right over here. Again, could be engagement farming, but nonetheless, it's always good for the Doge army to engage just because that's what happened with Kraken. We showed our presence, we made our demands, we made ourselves heard because they don't know if there's a holder base out there for a specific cryptocurrency, but now they know that Doge Bitcoin actually has a community. So it's actually good that you guys are doing this. So let's look at Odin Fund, because just a few days ago, Doge went live for trading on Odin Fund, which is an L2 on top of Bitcoin built on ICP. Now, basically what we've been pitched is that there is lightning fast transactions and that there's a lot of trading volume on Odin Fund. So ever since Doge Bitcoin had been launched, there's roughly around 2.34 Bitcoins worth being traded on the platform. Now keep in mind, because this is lightning fast and there's a lot of trades happening back and forth, some of these things could be wash traded just to fake the volume that's actually going on. So is this volume actually reflective in all honesty? I don't exactly know. Whenever I go to Magic Eden, I know that the trading volume is authentic because it follows the real block times on Bitcoin L1. And so I don't know what to believe here with this Odin Fund, but it doesn't really matter because honestly, Odin Fund attracts the Asian audience, and soon all it takes is a few whales to move the price of Doge by just aping in, and Asia has a ton of liquidity, especially in China. Now let's talk about Kraken. So I just want to show you different patterns of where Kraken is still engaging with the community, just in case you guys and girls are wondering. Back on June 18th, Jupe said, "Good morning, Kraken FX team." Peter, the asset listing principal, said GM in response. And then we fast forward here, Gunto. Now this is actually more of an important message right here from the Kraken team. So Gunto, who is a dog holder, says that his dog senses are tingling. Something is telling me that Kraken is going to post something tomorrow. This was posted yesterday, by the way. Something that's going to be posted tomorrow to be listed next week. Kraken Exchange in response said, "We haven't forgot about you guys," with a heart emoji and the dog emoji as well. Then all of a sudden you see this one announcement by CoinDesk. Now CoinDesk said Kraken has officially relocated its US headquarters to Wyoming. And guess who's in that photo with Senator Cynthia Lummis? It's Arjan. Now, if you don't know Cynthia Lummis, she's creating the bill for the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve, but also helping to build a stablecoin bill that just passed the Senate and is now moving on to the House for the next votes. Now, it's probably going to take a while for those votes to go in and be approved by both Democrats and Republicans in the House, but once that's done, you can believe it's going to be one crazy Bitcoin altcoin summer. I think that when stablecoins are going to be passed, it's going to allow for institutional money to start using the US dollar value within these stablecoins to inflow within the market. So this is what I think is going to happen. But I want to come back to the story. So Arjan, remember, Arjan is the co-CEO of Kraken. He's at the forefront and one of the leading voices behind Kraken. And somebody asked him a really important question. And what was that? Well, it was this. Now, if you scroll down below, you'll see a specific comment by CoinToshi. And he asked Arjan, "Did you shill her dog though?" Guess who responded? Arjan himself said, "Yep." So here you have confirmation of the co-CEO, the leading voice of Kraken, one of the leading exchanges in the US, tells Cynthia Lummis, a senator in the US, about Doge Bitcoin. And when I posted this early this morning, you saw that the Kraken Exchange account responded to that post saying, "This is big." Now, I want everybody to remember one thing and one thing only, that Arjan changed his profile picture with a cameo of Doge Bitcoin. What other CEO has done this? Has it been Brian Armstrong from Coinbase? Maybe Richard Tang from Binance? Or maybe Justin Tron from the Tron Network? Or who knows? Nobody's really done anything like this where they changed their profile picture to the meme that's going to be listed on their exchange. So I really want you to pay attention to this thing because he also changed it to his LinkedIn page. Remember, LinkedIn is more of the professional side, the people that are in the industry leaders and developers and co-workers within this field. He even changed it there. So let's go ahead and get into charting analysis. Just because of this major dip that's happening within Bitcoin and this pullback that you're seeing with Doge Bitcoin, and people are probably wondering, why isn't it pumping? Why isn't Doge pumping because of Odin Fund? It has not changed the Golden Cross. Now remember, the Golden Cross is actually quite important because it takes a long time to get to a Golden Cross. Now, the reason I point this out is because if you look in the past, if we had had a Golden Cross right here, which most likely would have happened, you can see that the Doge price was down below the 50-day moving average, which is this orange line. It was there for roughly around 2 weeks. And because of that, people thought maybe this thing is dead because this is a head and shoulder pattern. This is a shoulder, this is a head, this is a shoulder. So once there's a completion of a shoulder, you usually head down in price. That's what a head and shoulder pattern is. It's very bearish. But it did not do that. We saw a huge short squeeze of this price of Doge go up. And because of that, you saw a lagging effect of the Golden Cross, where now the Doge price starts pumping much later than the actual Golden Cross. And then later on, we saw a death cross. And there's even a lagging effect with the Doge price, because even though there was a death cross right here, we saw the Doge price dip below that much early on before the death cross even signaled and flashed. So right now, you're seeing a lagging effect with the Golden Cross. So the Golden Cross has formed, but you will not see the Doge price pump immediately. You're probably going to see the Doge price dip below this for quite some time before it pumps up to the upside. So with the Golden Cross, this will actually be intact for quite some time just because it took roughly around 50 to 200 days for this to actually form. So I don't think that this is going to change anytime soon. And this could all change once Doge is going to be announced for spot trading for Kraken FX or Kraken Exchange. So right now we have roughly 11 days left as of today of Rune June. So we could expect an announcement to happen today or any day next week, maybe even till next Monday. Not meaning like Monday of next week, but the Monday after that. Because on the last day of the month of Rune June is actually on a Monday. And Kraken usually doesn't make announcements on weekends. They make it on weekdays. But I think it could possibly happen as early as next week. We could actually see an announcement happen today as I'm recording this video. But if anything happens, if there is an announcement, I'm going to cover it, and possibly if there is one, I'm going to make another video tomorrow. But if not, I'm going to wait until next week. So guys and girls, I also want you to remember that I am super bullish. I'm continuing to be very bullish around Doge Bitcoin. It is literally 0.02% of Bitcoin's market cap. And if you pay attention to this specific diagram on meme coin math, this specific number one meme coin on Bitcoin should be where Shiba Inu is, should be where Trump is at 2% and higher of their native chain. This would bring Doge Bitcoin, if at 1% at $20 billion market cap. If it's at 2%, just like Shiba and Trump, this would be at $40 billion. I am not shaken up at Doge being at $310 to $318 million. I am buying as much as I can, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope this video has been helpful. But until then, I hope you guys and girls have a great weekend. By supporting the channel, please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and trades regarding Doge and Moon. Till then, see you guys and girls next time.